then Larry Butler and Dennis Priestley.
Dennis Priestley to Throwford.
Well, these lads will have pulled off in the back room where they practice, and Dennis has obviously been nearer the bull in that exercise, and he throws first in this first, and then alternate legs.
And it's 5:01 the target. A reminder to you, 5:01. Subtract these scores. They must finish on a double, the outer ring, although the bull, the bullseye will count as double 25. The bull and the 25 ring will be featured in the combination finishing. Watch for that. This is Larry Butler, a man who was just one dart away from a minimum 9-dart check.
60.
Dennis Priestley, whose unquestioned world #1 tag is up for grabs today. If Butler can beat him, it would turn the rankings a little bit on their head.
60.
Well, it would certainly give Butler a healthy rise through the rankings, but at the moment his mind singularly on one thing, and that's this dartboard and the World Matchplay title. He's beaten Steve Raw, Jerry Umberger, comfortably, both of them 8-2, really not tested in those two games, but Jockey Wilson 11-4, perhaps not quite as comfortably as that score suggests, and then lately Shane Burgess, but this man Dennis Priestley too has been in quite magnificent form throughout the week. And is this going to be his first 180 of this final? If it is, well, it would have been his 13th of the competition. He's hit 12, Butler 16, and it's been that kind of week. The big shots from the big boys.
100.
There's another one. Priestley then 161.
161.
And, he's had 160 in this tournament, but never this one yet. Yes, treble 17, although Butler's back on 201, he doesn't have to go for the bull if he gets this. 84 left, go back up for treble 20 to leave himself 60. Just checks, wants to be absolutely certain here. Moments like this, he knows that instinctively I think that it's 84, but just wants to double check. As I say, Butler back on 201. It's going to be that kind of night. Lots of smiles. There'll be a few broken hearts as well. Good recovery. 100 left, but Priestley 64 for an early lead.
64.
Treble 16 will be his target, and if he singles it, it'll be another 16 for double, but treble 16 the target now. Well, that's a long way out. It's no disaster for him. 56 left. 16 will give tops. Not convincing, those two darts, but maybe this one will be. Not quite. So a chance for Butler, and Priestley has a dart at a double. Misses very close indeed underneath. Just not quite got his range yet.
Butler's finishing, as we've seen previously, can be clinical, John. Double top now for a win against the darts.
No, 100 in fact was what he wanted, but
84.
84 will leave him on double 8 now. Priestley therefore double 10, and a chance to go ahead at the earliest stage. And that's not a bad first one really. Just a fraction inside, and Priestley goes ahead at the earliest stage. You saw the double 10 nice and big on your Sky Sports screen, but Priestley saw it from a lot further away than that. Good dart, Priestley 1-0 up.
Game on.
Priestley having to reply to a great start by Butler in this second leg. Beat Bristow, Verrier, Harvey and Harrington to get here. And nobody got more than 4 legs against him. Moving across just slightly to change the angle, try and work it into that treble 20. Very unlucky there, threw some good darts, they don't always go in. But nothing to be dismayed about.
Well, we have a terrific audience here live at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool, where our crowds have been little short of tremendous all through the week, each session, afternoon and evening, and of course worldwide they're watching this globally. Larry Butler's progress undoubtedly will have been noticed across the United States of America, and we are going out across Asia and indeed into China with this Proton Cars World Matchplay. The world is getting the message about darts.
100.
Near to home, the Priestley family, they love to see their hero play on the final stage.
95.
Seems incredible, really. Dennis Priestley won the World Championship in 1991, won it again most recently, and has been World Master, British Open champion, and yet he's hungry for more. This World Matchplay title he wants for his own. Could this be the first maximum? Nearly. I think we'll see 1 or 2 before this game's out.
66.
So close. 66 for Butler. Well, I think that's in the 2. 64 left. Probably go 14 for Bull. No. Priestley's back on 141, so Butler's prepared to gamble on him not getting it. And it's
41.
The odds are on his side, but Priestley, we know, is capable. He wants the treble 20 first start, really. Yes, and now 81 left. It could be treble 15 for double 18. Oh, not far away. 75 scored, 66 left, and Dennis likes to go for Bull on 66. 41 left for Priestley. Butler, though, is raring to get at that double. Look how quickly he was up to the hockey. Missed very few doubles in his last 2 games against Wilson and Burgess, and he's not missed too many so far against Priestley, and that makes it 1 leg all. Clinical again. Dave Lanning.
Third leg, Dennis to throw first.
So the opening darts going with the strike. Both those first legs, the player who had first start won them. Here's Priestley kicking at the start of the third leg. What a piece.
140.
Yes, both games 17 darters in fact, and you just get the impression that at the moment they're settling into their seats, so to speak. There you see it, Dennis Priestley joining the tournament, 93.15, and that over a staggering 53 legs to average 31 per dart. Over 53 legs of darts. Butler a little beneath him, only 5 beneath him. Those very creditable figures too. Now you see the difference in the length of the throw, not in terms of length of the actual pitch, but time taken. Priestley 18 seconds for his 3 darts, and you see Butler somewhat less.
140.
Well, we've seen a few 140s already, and I wonder who he is supporting.
That's 2 successive ton fours. You can see just how close it was. Just clipped the wire.
95.
Certainly not taking any time to find their range here, John Gwynn.
No, they've been hitting that treble 20 with fair regularity, but yet to see the first maximum. Very much in control of this leg, Priestley. this fella hits 180s like there's no tomorrow. He's had 16 in the tournament so far.
140.
So close to another.
Dennis, you require 121.
So Priestley will be looking for a score with this 61 left. He could well go for the bull, the 25 rather. Yes, he's got it. Confidence, went for it and got it. Double 18 for a 1-2-1 checkout and a 2-1 lead.
85.
So close. So Butler's got to get 167.
Larry, you require 167.
167 is the second highest on the chart. He can't get it now. That's 87 left. Treble 17 will leave him double 18. So double 18 apiece, but Priestley first to toe the line. So self-controlled. The room hushed. Double 9 wanted. You wouldn't think there were 1,000 people plus in this room. Got the 2 for double 8.
28.
Butler a chance to cash in
36.
his strength this week. Particularly the latter part of it has been his finishing. Double 9. He's going to go for it. So close. Some of the crowd thought it was in.
18 score.
Snarls at that. Wow, wow, wow.
8.
It's Priestley then for double 4. Some way out. Gotta go in a bit there, Dennis. Well, you won't find 2 darts further apart, but still near the double 4, and well, nerves even get to the best of them. So double 9 for Butler.
Require 18.
Yes. 18 is 2 9s when I was at school, when he was at school, and 2 9s it is. Butler takes the lead for the first time in the match, and he's taken the darts from Priestley. Perfect precision.
Game on.
So Butler with the darts here. He has moved into an early and perhaps surprise lead against the Skull World Champion.
97.
And Priestley there had 6 shots at a double to finish and missed with all of them. Uncharacteristic.
Yes, in all his other victories, in all his other games, David, he has right at the outset been quite uniquely clinical with his finishing. And
I think it's correct to say, John, he's been 3-1 up in each of his previous matches in legs. He's always gone off to a flying start. It's not happening here, and Butler here has edged into the lead. We could be on the verge of a classic.
Just to remind you, viewers, that this is the longest game in terms of legs possible. 31, best of 31, notwithstanding we had a long tie-break earlier in the week between Della and Watkins, but this best of 31, first to 16, and we do still have the situation where there must be 2 legs at least between them at the
135.
But that's a long way off yet. And there you see some of the players, or at least Jamie Harvey in the middle of the trio there, a man who sparked earlier in the week.
100.
And a cathedral-like calm here in this outstanding venue, the Winter Gardens. It's a massive building, it's a beautiful building, and the darts have matched the setting.
Yes, and we have so many people in the room, Dave, that I saw them filing up onto the second tier, and that second tier really is pretty packed tonight, as well as down on ground level.
Larry, you require 157.
Well, that's the first one wanted. Wanted the treble 19 there for double top. $79 scored. Is 78 left. I think he should be treble 18 for double 12. Yes, indeed, he's got it. So Priestley 150. I think you'll see him go for 2 treble 20s here. Because Butler's on a double. Well, he can't go out now. 147 left. Looks as though he's staying there. 127 in fact.
26.
Well, he's never really got into the sort of level of consistency that he normally does, and Butler a chance to go 3-1 up. Double 12. 3/4 of an inch for the American. That's rather too much. Double 6. Just at the moment when he had the chance to put daylight between himself and the world champ,
24.
he fails to do it. So Priestley 124. That poor score before has left him, that poor score of 26 has left him still with a lot to do. $64 left, 14 for Bull. If he gets the treble, it'll be double 11. And that looks to me as though it is. If it is, it's double 11. Amazing stuff from Priestley! Really had to do it there! Butler had let him off the hook by missing darts to the double, but Priestley came back like a champ.
And let's look at it again. It really is a tremendous shot out. You have to say that is outstanding.
And I'll tell you what, Dave, you'll notice there that he's one of those players who doesn't throw big 14 for the Bull. He threw deliberately at treble 14, knowing the option was there. Treble 14, double 11, big 14 would have been Bull. Backing each way, and now getting a 180, and Priestley is beginning to buzz.
And once again, John, we have to remind our viewers, as he hits that opening 180 of the leg, a 9-dart checkout could win him a new car.
97.
Let's just watch these next 3 darts. They're going to be super critical. He needs another maximum 180. That's 1 treble. I think that's just a fraction too high.
100.
But signs now that Priestley, after a little bit of a shaky start there, John, is beginning to find his range and form.
Yes, we may well look back on that 124 checkout as a
60.
very, very pertinent point, because it's Butler's throwing much quicker there than he has been doing. Butler throwing much, much quicker. And the one thing that we have to bear in mind, we say it every time a player comes up against Priestley, eventually he can grind them down, not just with his scoring and his finishing, but also with the fact that they have to wait a good 18, 19
44.
seconds behind him while he throws. Butler may not be used to that, but we'll see. Now that's a little bit more like Butler.
140.
There's the wide shot of this starting arena here at the Winter Gardens. Perhaps the most majestic setting we've ever seen for a televised darts tournament, John.
Yes, it is. Greco-Roman style, I think, is fair, David. I heard Stuart Hall saying that the other day when he was here,
97.
admiring it. Been here before, of course, but every time you come here to the Winter Gardens, you have to admire the wonderful, wonderful architecture.
92. Dennis, you require 80.
Priestley then wants treble 20 for double 10. He's decided anyway. Didn't even go for treble 20. He's decided 20-20 tops. was right. He usually is. And missed doubles for Butler cost him the chance of a 3-1 lead, and now it's Priestley in front again by 3 legs to 2. To Wonderland, and Dennis Priestley gets the double top just before the break to go 3-2 up. It's the final! Come on, Larry B, they shout. He has his fans, and that's not going to stand on the table much longer tonight. One of these 2 pair of hands will take it away. Will it be Larry Butler from Ohio, USA? Or Dennis Priestley, the world number 1, but Butler throwing now to try to level up.
59.
And we'll need to start with a little bit more fire than that if he's going to live with this fella who lifted his game in the latter part of that first session. Has to pick it up now after the short break.
78.
And maybe from there we'll be able to do it.
Signs that Priestley was brushing up his gloss finishing as Butler hits the maximum. That's the first one we've seen. There's Butler, that's the first maximum, or rather the first for him in this particular final.
Tell you what, he does line up as well. He's hit 17 now in this tournament this week, and the number of times that he's lined them up 1, 2, 3 alongside each other. Priestley's hit a few as well, 13 in fact now.
But Priestley has checked out in these last 2 legs on 124 and 80, John, so signs that he really is sharpening up.
134.
Well, he started with a 59, got a 180, and now a 134 to put himself on a finish at 128. Priestley 250 behind. But not for long. Oh, unlucky.
120.
Can't say that would have been a maximum because the third dart went where the second dart went. But there you are, but then the third one went in it. A slow motion replay of the bounce out.
$76.
To leave himself on 52.
$140. Larry, you require 52.
So 20 for double 16. We'll give 12 in fact for double top. Double top for 3 apiece. I think it's double 10. Gotta be double 10. He's got it! We missed it! He didn't! Butler's back at 3 legs all.
Let's look at it again.
Dennis to Roper.
The winning double from Larry Butler, and no arguments here in Blackpool. Dennis Priestley has got a very stiff examination here, John.
41.
And his expression tells you that he hasn't got that consistency into his game. That sort of consistency that pulls him away from his opponent.
$100.
We look then for the familiar acceleration from Dennis Priestley, but we know that Butler is perfectly capable of matching him score for score. Fine match unfolding here.
100.
Dennis kicks Butler. Who said he'd kick Dennis's butt the other day? But Dennis is still there.
$60. $120.
Well, a look, he loses another dart, and look at this incredible replay. We have never seen replay pictures of bounce outs so graphically as we've seen here at Sky TV this week.
100.
And John, they're losing 180s on these bounce outs.
Absolutely, it's crucial really, but I suppose if they even out, they don't always, but yes,
look at the rapt attention of the audience. They are really magnificent, the best of order here. Great shots.
100.
and then you'll see suddenly they'll show their appreciation, release the tension, and then take a deep breath again. Wait 3 darts more. Butler makes them wait a little longer.
61.
To take him into 180.
140.
And she's loving every minute of this fabulous final. That's a good dart. 80 left. Another one of those. Double 10 for a 140 checkout and a 4-3 lead. Meant it! There was no way that Priestley was gonna miss that.
It really was an outstanding finish. 140.
Game on.
And Priestley has now done 1, 2, 4, 80 and 140, and that is absolutely phenomenal finishing power, John Gwynn.
Yes, all in the last 4 legs, 3 big kills, 2 of them above 100, and meanness itself, menacing meanness from Dennis, the menace from Mexborough.
And Larry Butler, the American, certainly hasn't had to face this kind of pressure previously in this Proton Cars World Matchplay. Look at the finishes there, John. On
5-12 darters from Priestley. 5-13 darters, 6-14, 9-15, and Butler's not done badly either. 4-13, 10-14, and 7-15. You don't get that in your local league, lads or lasses.
26.
Just the odd signal here that Butler is beginning to feel the pace, John.
Yes, but he's still in there, David. 4-3. It's still very much game on, isn't it? Remember, it's 1st to 16 takes the prize, but you just get the feeling now that Priestley really does mean business. 2 great treble 19s.
140.
And against the head, Priestley has scored 140, 134, and these. Now that dart is certainly shielding a proportion of the treble threat, and we see then that Priestley is prepared to move out, play the board.
95.
And the cover shot on 19 is bringing the most benefit.
Yes, in fact, it's taken Priestley down, as you can see, to a 3-dart finish.
45.
Well, only 45. Well, Dennis, under these circumstances, 132. If Butler was threatening, he'd go for bull, but he may decide not to because Butler's way back. To leave himself double 16. That's the calculated way. Never mind the flash.
140.
2 throws on the trot, that fella. Has hit 2 treble 20s and then seen the 3rd one ricochet away. Would have been a maximum. Priestley though 32 for 5-3, and it'll be the first time in this game that we've had 2 legs between the oppos. The combatants, Butler and this man Priestley. Nail-biting stuff, but Yes, he says, and his supporters know their money could be safe. Priestley's leading by 5 legs to 3 with that dart.
While the players are throwing in, concentrating, please, the very best of order, no calling out. Thank you.
And just a little mention there from Bruce Spenley, your referee from Billing-on-Tees in Cleveland.
Game on!
To this packed house here at the Winter Gardens. On the floor and up above they are, just telling them to be quiet during the throw. Now there you see the cover again, 2 treble 18, super darts, lovely picture.
And Dennis Priestley has gone out in 15 darts in 3 of the last 4 legs, and that, John,
60
is astounding consistency.
Yes! And when you think he went for safety once when he might have gone out more spectacularly, but that's the name of the game.
The grinder is well and truly in motion.
100.
Well, he's not happy with that. It's the fact that the flight is protruding over the top of the treble means that it leaves him very little room. And you can get too close to the treble if you go above it and effectively put a ceiling over the top of it. But a good recovery by Butler. May not be good enough though. Priestley's precision.
140.
An 1/8 of an inch too low for the maximum.
140.
Got it the other way now. Got the first one out. The next 2 in. 133 to Priestley.
133.
Treble 20 will leave him 73, which is treble 19 double 8. But first dart first. Three left. Will go surely down for 19s to leave double 18.
59.
So 74 for Priestley, no problem. Butler's on 205. Oh dear, dear. He didn't like that. He's a long way from the treble and he knows it.
105.
To leave him a ton, Priestley 74. Treble 14, double 16. You've seen him do this when he got the 1-2-4. He got the treble 14 on that occasion for the double 11, you'll remember. There's the treble 14. It's double 16 this time. Double 8. So a chance for Butler now. Priestley could have gone 6-3 ahead. He might still, but Butler 100, treble 20, double top. That's a great picture of somebody who's spellbound by this game. 80 left. He's coming down for treble 16, I think. Yes, he's got it. Yes, double 16 for 5-4. Oh, unlucky.
Just how far away from a win, right against the odds there, again just at about an 1/8 of an inch off target.
Priestley for double 8. Well, he missed the 8 and wants the 4, the double 4. Dennis Priestley, Bruce Spenley spells it out. And 3 legs between them now, Dave.
10th leg, Larry to Cropper.
That was a good double 4, right in the middle.
Game on. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And Priestley is beginning to squeeze.
Game on.
Edge ahead, further and further. 3 legs. Butler has got to dig deep. Butler has got to really accelerate. He's got to hit turbocharge. If Priestley gets 4 or 5 legs clear,
60.
It will take a miracle to catch him.
Adam is adamant. His dad's got to do well. Coming early down for this 19 because the first start he wasn't happy with. Sheltered the treble 20 bet.
84.
And remember, John, that Butler did have 1 dart at a double to win that leg and really claw his way back into contention.
Well, Butler, he meditates on a bed, but when he's got the darts in his hand, he finds them 3 in a bed. Bang! Three all it was, but Butler's seen that situation change. Even so, a chance here to get one back. 75 scored, that leaves 186, which means that 16 wouldn't have been a bad one. That's 167 left, he was thinking then, because 20 would have left him on a bogey number. So, not only does he meditate at home, he thinks on the stage as well. Priestley can halve his target there. Wanted 360. Now it's half of that.
Now you require 167.
Well, there's the maximum 180, which pulls Dennis Priestley back into this leg. Butler
Thank you, ladies and
will be
gentlemen.
looking at 167, and John, he is super cool. Look at this. Stops for a drink of water.
That's good. Good tactics. No point in rushing. This is an important checkout. He's 3 down. He doesn't want to be a blobby here. If he gets a big score, he should still be able to see the leg through. But 122, and Priestley could make him pay here. He really could.
But of course, Dennis, unable to finish on 180, must finish on a double, remember, and Butler knows he will have 3 darts at 122.
Tall order though if Dennis gets a big one here, because he'll really have to get it. Priestley did it earlier on a 1-2-4.
81.
Now Butler perhaps has got to do it on 1-2-2, although Priestley will be
22.
really sorry there. 99 he's left on. 122. Wants treble 18 for the bull. Good dart, bullseye for 6-4 and a magic finish. Oh,
97.
just missed. But still he's got a
Dennis
chance.
required 99.
99 can't be done in 2. So let's see what he does here. Even less likely now, 92 left, treble 20 for double 16. Yes, Butler will go back.
39.
60 left for Priestley, but Butler 25.
25.
Is it 9 for double 8? Meditate, now double 8. Inside a fraction. Oh, he rushed
No
it.
score.
He rushed it. There was no rhythm. After his second one had gone, he rushed it.
Dennis, he requires
And look,
60.
he knows there that he's got to get rhythm into his throw. Otherwise, he's gone. Could be 7-3 if Priestley gets double top. Feed a hand to throwing hand, and now it's double 10. Last start of these 3. Oh, that'll hit Butler hard. He might have thought then he'd get another goal, but Priestley won't let him in. 7-3 to the world champ. And Adam loves every minute.
And the word is here at Blackpool in the Proton final that Larry Butler the USA is taking pasty, as they say in Yorkshire, from Dennis Priestley. Dennis has won the last 4 legs on the trot, and Dennis leads 7-3.
11th leg.
I've chucked away my silly tie, and I'm in my shirt sleeves now with John Gwynn.
Yes, Priestley trying to continue where he left off, as Sid said there, in his own inimitable style. Priestley's won 4 on the trot. Both players hit a 180 in the last leg. They've both hit 2 apiece, but it's Priestley
76.
who's hit the doubles. 7 of them to Butler's 3.
And without cracking myself up too much, me and Bob Anderson both thought this match would be 16-8 to Dennis, and we thought that the American had to clatter Dennis in the first half dozen legs. He did to some extent, but they were body blows rather than chin end jobs.
Yes, and he did miss doubles, certainly in one leg anyway, to go 3-1 up, Sid, and at 2 apiece. Priestley let off the hook in that 4th leg, and then produced a 124 checkout, another maximum for Priestley, and a lovely little wink to the side which says, yes, I know, I'm on my way, and nobody's going to stop me.
So middle of a vital leg for the American. Dennis got a bit of daylight there, John. He's if he gets this leg, then the American is an uphill, really up
60.
mountain job.
Come on, Dennis, you can see the supporters. Prompt, and Priestley now wanting 185. 140 left, so it's going to be Butler a chance here on 138.
Larry, you require
the well-known
138.
Della finish of 1983, which won him the World Championship, so it looks as though he's going to go a different way, though. Gets 21, in fact, to leave 117. 57 will leave 60. In fact, that's, I think, 98. So 78 when he goes. Priestley a chance with Shanghai.
Dennis, you require 120.
He's had a 124 kill. He's had a 140 kill. Is this going to be another big one? He did it earlier in this competition with 20 bull, we remember. I wonder if he's got the gall to do it again. Not this time. I think the reason then was that he didn't fancy his chances of treble 22nd out. Jenny takes it.
Larry, you require 78.
Butler, though, treble 18 for double 12. Double 12. Double 6. Pulled it a bit. Shoulder went too early. But not that time. Butler wins a leg. And that he needed almost desperately.
And it's something that the connoisseurs will know. Yeah, you've got to take vital darts like that, the small doubles. But what will be going through Butler's head is that Dennis has done 3 or 4 around 130 dart shot outs, which we saw Shane Burgess last night miss that kind of shot. And Dennis did, as John and Dave pointed out, have a fairly rocky first 3 legs. He didn't look comfortable, but it's well known in the game from Exeter all over the world that Dennis tends to get better after 5 or 6 legs. He's a demon over a long course. Although, has to be said, in a head-to-head at Exeter 3 or 4 weeks ago, Bob Anderson beat him over 21 legs.
Yes, and Bob was wishing, when he mentioned that to me the other day, that he could have reproduced the form that night when he played Shane Burgess the other day. But that's all history. 30 have departed from this competition. Many of them watching this in the players' room. And perhaps a touch ambivalent as to who they want to win, supporting England, but Larry's a good guy too.
60.
And it's pleased me, John, I'm sure Dave and Dave Bobbin will agree, that we all thought as Larry came out to Springsteen with a flag, he looked a terribly vulnerable character. But there are a couple of hundred fans of Butler out there. It's great to see this non-xenophobic attitude in the fans here at Blackpool.
Yes, Blackpool by the sea here in Lancashire, and what a response this week we've had from them.
134.
Many people who come to this famous resort.
154.
So 154, Butler. Yes, got it. Treble 18's a good one. We'll go across now back to treble 20 to leave double 8. Unlucky there, just ricocheted off. So Priestley
Dennis, you require 167.
This would be his biggest of the tournament. He's hit a 160. Can you do it, Dennis? Good luck. Butler waiting in the wings on 56 can now get back within 2 of Priestley.
Larry, you require 56.
Young, middle-aged and old alike. 56, double top for a second leg on the trot. Good lie, 1 dart left though. And that's good enough for him, 7-5.
Larry Butler.
Yeah, the eyes showed confidence and not wrong with the aim.
Game on.
And although I did get a bit of a laugh at the meditation job, it's maybe working for him. I only laughed because last time I tried the lotus position on the bed, I fell on the floor and sprained my ankle.
99.
And also did something to your head. Never mind, Sid. Meanwhile, back on the board.
140.
That's fanatic. I love it. Priestley perfection, Priestley precision.
Priestley to put it on this dial.
$60.
2-2-2. All the twos, a pile of them. Now then.
He's looking deadly on the 60 now, John.
$100.
See, he's not satisfied with it, Tom Sid.
And it has to be said, no other crowd. They're getting a bit blasé after all the 161 finishes and that. The crowd was shouting. I think he's a bit worried, a bit of bad order there.
Yes, I think it was shut up actually that he mimed, wasn't it? Certainly, yes. Didn't pick it up first time, but certainly there in slow motion. But
125.
125 to leave 176. Well, Priestley 122.
122.
Normally it's treble 18 first start, but he doesn't have to go that way. He's not under any pressure to do it. Can't go out now. So it's 82 left. Might be bull here.
65.
57 when he goes.
Dennis
17
required
for double.
57.
That's a little careless. 14 wanted for double top. And now double 20 for 8-5.
37.
Chance for Butler.
Larry, you require 116.
116 for Butler. Chance to go out. Well, that leaves 59.
And the sort of $3 he's got to pick up now.
Double top. Butler's way of doing it! He's won 3 on the trot, a 116 outshot, and he's back in the match. Interesting this, Sid. Most players on 116 would go 20, treble 20, and then double 18, but Butler, interesting one there. 19, treble 19, double top, or treble 19, 19 double top. We learn something new every day, and Bruce Bentley quite rightly asks for order. I think what exacerbates things here, we've got a massive audience. We've got a massive audience in a room that has a tremendous echo in it, and I think it just exaggerates any call.
That's right. So the odd late roar, even if it be of approbation, can put the player off.
99.
So here we are. Dennis Priestley, the big favourite, has 7 legs. Larry Butler, the US #1, is 6. First man to get 16 legs with a 2-leg cushion is the winner.
56.
If you just come in, it started with Dennis looking a bit rocky at the start. He didn't run away, but then he picked up 4 handy legs on the trot together, but that's been totally reversed in the last 3 legs.
100.
Priestley took the first. Butler went ahead 2-1. The only time he's been in the lead this game. Priestley the next 2. Butler the 6th, and then 4 on the trot from Priestley. And this could be
140.
his 4th maximum, I was going to say. Now, any of you up there at Edsall near Brecon might cast your mind back 20 years. This fellow was in the US Navy, based there at Edsall, and learned to play his darts in the Angus Steakhouse.
93.
If some of you recall a young man with a little more hair than that, who knows? It could have been Larry Butler.
And just a few over the game. Dennis has been banging in 120-ish, 130 shots, but the American wasn't getting them. So that 116 he just got is going to give him a bit of confidence.
140.
To leave himself 165, can't check it out, so Butler in with a chance still on 209 to level up. That's a good one.
100.
I wouldn't like to say here, Sid. Priestley can get a ton. Wouldn't want to bet on this leg.
And when the American comes back to the hockey, John, he's eased off the pedal a bit. He's not putting it pedal to the metal so much. His throw is a lot more not rushed.
Yes, I agree. He's
55.
had to consciously drag himself back into the rhythm that got him to this final. 109. Wants 49. 17 for double, 16. It might be 9 for tops. Tops has been kind to him. Tops for 7 apiece. He was 7-3 down at one stage, but now he's level. 7-all. What a player, Butler.
Well, so much for predictions by Bob Anderson of 16-8 to Priestley. This could go down to the diamond wire.
And that snarl will tell you that Butler is back in business. 116, 109, 2-ton plus checkouts in the last 2 legs.
And just the kind of shots he needed, because he wasn't getting the low 100 shots.
Notice he talked to himself there. He wasn't happy with that first start, and then the 2 that followed up. Priestley took 4 on the trot, and now Butler's responded in like kind. But sometimes that happens. One player doesn't hit a big score, neither does the other, and then he'll hit a 180, and so too will Priestley. It's that kind of game, darts, where players tend to sometimes
60.
respond to each other.
That's the handy mark I'm sure Dennis and Ollie's fans will like. Well, of course they'd like the 60, and he usually gets this one in.
100.
That's a sign of the pro. One of the set will find either the treble 19 or the 60. This could cook up. Dave said it was going to be a classic. It'll be a red hot casserole job very easily.
99.
It's been 99 weather this week. Sid in Blackpool. Butler's got one there, but no chocolate in it. Not Priestley's best leg. I'm not saying he's on the rack by any means at 7 apiece, but it's not his best spell. I wonder if we might see another Priestley butty.
There you go. It's the sort of shot he's picked up spasmodically, albeit that spasmodicness has been. This lad's picked up, apart from his maxes, he has picked up on his scoring, as John said. He's picked up on the just over 100 3-dot finishes. So Dennis making a right blob of this one. So
58.
To go ahead for the first time in the match, here's one of the shots he wasn't getting in the first 5 or 6 legs. The bull's in. He wants treble 13.
81. Dennis, you require 90.
Might risk the bull here even. The vital time, 7 apiece. Double 15 now. Ooh, and if he aims at the barrel, it goes either way.
60 scores. Larry, you require 40.
Look at that. He hit the barrel slightly deviated just outside the wire. So Butler, it's been very kind, as John Gwynn said to him so far. He's looking at the top of the shop. He wants double 10. It's a vital time this. It's 7 alike. Yes! For the first time! Butler nudges ahead of Priestley.
He was 2-1 up after 3 legs. He's never seen the lead since then. He was 7-3 down, but now as they leave the stage, it's
The follically challenged American has caused sensation here at Blackpool in the Pro-Don final. Dennis Priestley had him at 7-3. Now it's 5 legs on the trot of the American. The American leads 8-7.
And Butler with the darts. Game on, please, says Freddie Williams, taking over from Bruce Bentley. But you've still got the same 2 combatants on the hockey, fighting it out for this match play prize. 10 grand and a Proton car. So here we go, leg number 16. Are we halfway through? Only time will tell. If it's like this when the 30 legs are up, if it's level at 15 apiece, we have to go to 2 clear legs.
140.
So the markers have done a marvellous job this week, and still more work to do.
And I agree 100% with Rod Harrington that the break will have been just
120.
as handy to Dennis as stew and dumplings made by his wife Jenny. That little break off the stage 10 to 15 minutes might be just what he needed to give himself, to get rid of the sloppy head, as they call it, to say, come on, get concentrating, lad.
Yes, he lost all 5 legs in the last session between breaks. And now
125.
major interval, like we said, will have worked certainly, or theoretically will have worked in the favour of the man who's standing back away from the hockey at the moment.
100.
There's your other marker, marking Larry's scores.
Ooh, this is looking ominous to the American. Dennis Anoff sorted himself out. Ton 40. 125. And this lot. This is pasty.
100.
Nice Butler through first here. Dennis really coming back with a vengeance. Recognised, I'm sure, how important this first leg was.
96.
To leave 140, but it's Priestley going first
Dennis, you require
for 136. 2 treble 20s, double 8. Come on, he says. Come on. As though he were Nasher himself. $104 left. Well, they cocked it up, as they say. But he's going to go for treble 19 here in the hope of getting 85 when he goes. A chance for Butler if he gets this. I would suggest that Priestley will be hurt deep down. Wants another one for double 10. He's got the other one, double 10 for 9-7. Oh, shouldn't have given Priestley another chance.
85.
Yes, Larry, you can only get better. So close on that inside wire. Now Priestley under pressure here. Has to get, I would suggest, this 85. 70 left. 20 bull or treble 20 double 5. Double 5s, the one for Priestley to level at 8 apiece. Telling dart, telling dart. We may recall that in time to come. So double 5 also for Butler. And the American is now 2 legs clear. He's won 6 on the trot. Amazing stuff. First to 16 wins.
Dennis to throw.
His Dublins together. His large 100 shotouts are together. And I don't know how to put this in political terms. John Part of Canada won the Embassy World title. Dennis is the Skull World title holder. This is a prestigious tournament in that rank. If it goes to American, then the world sweep of the game. Who knows?
Yes, you've got to say, Sid, that it will have been a marvellous year for the transatlantics, because you can't underestimate the efforts of young Part, and this fella a bit older than him, but from the other side of the pond, and making the Brits think twice about whether they really are supreme.
And how about that, checkouts. Yeah, not much in it, but Butler's percentage
100.
about 8 pops better than Dennis's. And I don't know if you agree, John, in his play last night, occasionally, at one stage in the game last night, for about 5 minutes, he seemed to lose self-belief. As the sports psychologists say, it's no good going on hoping you're going to win. You've got to convince yourself relentlessly. Call it Zen, call it what you like, call it bottle. He flickered for about 5 minutes at the American, said he was going to meditate. Maybe meditation is the name of the game.
Yes, I remember a dart at double 16, Dennis, a third dart, Sid.
100.
A third dart at double 16 earlier in the game that he really threw so quickly, released so quickly, and on his way back to his mark, He rehearsed the way he should have done it, and from that moment onwards he hasn't looked back. I think it is a mental thing.
59. Dennis will require 161.
We tip the Butler. Well, you could be tipping right. Larry menaces Dennis. Where do they think them up? He's no lamb, that lad. But what about this one? Can't get the 161 now. That's 74, that's 87 left. It's a good one if he comes down for treble 17. $70 when he goes, and he'll certainly have another go because Butler way back 2-4-8. It was hard to believe that it was 7-3 to Priestley. And now
100.
it's Priestley on the receiving end, but can pull one back here. 70 wanted, treble 18 for double 8. Double 8 it is. Fraction across to the right. Was in a long way from double 8 in big 11, and it's a rarity when you see Priestley throwing darts like that. I wonder if Butler can make him pay again. He did before with a big checkout when Priestley was favourite. And he goes for the 48 first and then wants treble 20 tops, but didn't hit the treble 16, so Priestley 1 for double 2. Double 2. Yes, it's not spectacular, but that for Dennis will do.
Yeah. The eyes say it all. The concentration massive.
Larry to throw first.
It's 9-8. And
Game on, please.
at that moment, Butler's certainly shown Dennis who's the boss of the household. There's a confidence and a relaxedness in his darts, and you've got to say it that any weakness in this has come from Dennis. Maybe discomfort. He hasn't been clattering that treble 18 as often as he'd like, or the 60, or his doubles. Needs any amount of that.
Sid, earlier in the game when Dennis was struggling, he did this. He got a magical maximum. He also got a 124 checkout, and he really steamed on from there. He also got 140 kill during that magic spell when he won 4 on the trot and went 7-3 up. I wonder if that's the signal for Priestley to go again.
Well, exactly right. It's, if you put it in cricket terms, you've got to be a brilliant Jonty Rhodes type fielder, a batter who can get tons, and a pace bowler who can make it move off the seam. You've got to be on all parts of the board a pro.
I'd suggest his name might be Gary Sobers. He's about the only man I know who describes all three, or fits all
100.
We know what you mean. You've got to be a magic man.
Because Dennis this week has showed his mastery of all parts of the board. But this lad, really, maybe it's down to Zen!
180.
Mind if Zen can mend motorbikes? Who knows what it can do on the hockey?
His 20th that of the tournament, the first man to reach it. Decision there, and
Larry require 96.
still has at least 6 darts to go for this, because Priestley back on 173. His indecision certainly has cost him there. Treble 20. And another one of those, unless he wants to go tops. It's been
56.
certainly good to him, as we've said before. Got to favour Butler to go 10-8 up here. Now Dennis has somehow got to go away and say to himself, I can
40.
produce my best. When you get into a trough,
Larry require 40.
you're not consistently producing your best, it's hard to pull yourself out. Butler double top. He's doing now what he did to Jockey, what he did to Burgess, hitting the double first time.
Precisely, John, me old mate. And that was a 13-darter. So here is the world's undoubted #1 player, Dennis Priestley.
140.
Under the Texan boot of the lad from Ohio. And if you're into pop history, remember the Cincinnati Fireball was one of its most famous people ever to come from that state.
100.
Butler dishing it out to Dennis. And he was 7-3 down at one stage, was the American.
Yes, you mentioned Cincinnati. Well, I can tell you that Butler's a Cincinnati Reds supporter. And he's had 1 or 2 strikes this last hour or so.
Presumably he'll do a bit of paint in the town red if he picks up the 10 grand in the hardware. You can't just spend all your life meditating.
180.
But you can take some time off to hit the magical maximums. There it is. Butler, I dare presume, to be now in command.
105.
13-darter, and then follows it up with his 21st 180 of the tournament, his 5th of the match so far. Could this be number 6?
180.
Absolutely brilliant!
Dennis require 156.
If they bottle that meditation stuff, I'm going to order a case full. He is going like a train. He's to a 2-dart finish now to get a 3-leg gap. Is the American coming in?
140.
Once 41.
Larry require 41.
Usually 9 for double 60 in this. Change it, and he wants double 20. Double 10. Dennis can only hope.
Yes!
Leg gap. A 12-darter. This is amazing. He was 7-3 down. He's given Dennis real pain. Middle of the bed.
The 20th leg, Larry to throw first.
And he's now in an 11-8 lead.
Game on, please.
Well, Dennis has dished it out. So over the years, over the recent years, certainly, Dennis has made others suffer. Now he has got to stand back and somehow drag himself
100.
into this game. Not the last leg of this match, but viewers, my last leg of the week. And after this, Dave Lanning will come and sit in this seat, and let me say, I hope that you've enjoyed my efforts as much as I've enjoyed trying to bring this magical week.
140.
And while we're dishing out some credits, I'd like to thank, I think we all do want to thank Peter Barron and Keith Della, who've helped our coverage with their excellent spot-on spotting.
Couldn't agree with you more, Sid. There's more to a team than those you see and hear.
97.
Amazing run by Butler. And Priestley under pressure.
60.
Come on, Dennis, think of England. Love from Exbram Mafia. XXX. But this has just 1 or 2 more X's to it.
And the American John has won 8 out of the last 9 legs.
85.
Extra strong. Extra pressure on Priestley. But has the menace gone from Dennis?
I think even with Nasher the dog's help, he'd have a job on here.
Thank you. 73.
Piece of advice from somebody in the audience, and Freddie Williams you heard saying thank you, and he didn't really mean it that way, I'll tell you. The last thing we want are individuals thinking they have the license.
89.
Larry Priestley keeps his set.
146.
146 then from Butler. Treble 20. Treble 18, double 16, ideally. But that's 66 left. Good dart. 41. Wanted the ball for double 8. So Priestley 112. He hit a couple of big checkouts early doors to start his good run earlier, but how he needs one now. Now treble 20 for double 16. Yes, double 16 for 11-9. But knowing if he misses it, he could go further behind. He doesn't. And Priestley pulls one back in the nick of time. It's Butler 11, Priestley 9.
Is Dennis Priestley on the comeback trail until that last leg before the break?
First leg, Dennis to throw first.
Until that last leg before the break, Sid, it was getting to be a little bit like the Battle of New Orleans, which you remember Lonnie Donegan told us the Britons fared somewhat ignominiously.
Yeah, well, Dennis has been through the rushes, and he's been through the brambles, and he's been through the briars where the rabbits wouldn't go. The American said he was turning to meditation in the past 24 hours to get the mood ready. There's Rod Harrington with his kid. And players wonderfully supported the event by playing against kids. They had a darts clinic most mornings here at the Winter Gardens.
Dennis Priestley coming out looking for more inviting targets.
80.
A really stern examination of the credentials of Dennis Priestley, and this man Butler has found a rich vein of form, and he has had him on the back foot. He really put the screws on for what, 5 consecutive legs. Tremendous start play. It's a long time since Priestley had his backs against the ropes in this fashion. Really will see its powers of recovery. Look at that yawning gap in the middle of the treble 20. Freddie Williams with the most famous call in darts, and you were in there with them, courtesy of Sky TV cameras. Look at that shot.
140.
And I've got to say how impressed I am by this use of the slow-mo. Never seen it before.
101.
Dennis still with work to do here. 101. He wants 41. Looks like he's going for the single one. Got 9, which will leave him double 16. Big dart. Not a particularly good one. A long way off the target. How far away? Just how far away was that from the double? Oh, nearly an inch away. Butler needs 178, so he should come out and look perhaps at single 18 here.
138. Dennis will require 60.
And he'll have to be a little nearer than his first start at that target. Double 8 to make it 10-11. You saw the wire move.
Yes, going sharp. And his 21st leg, Dennis Priestley.
And here is that double 4.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 22nd leg, Larry to throw first.
And it was a 14 dart checkout.
Game on, please.
Priestley is very much back in business now, trailing by just 1 leg, but Larry Butler here has the throw.
And talking about seeing the wire move
60.
there on Dennis's second shot. The earth will move if Dennis pulls this level, because it's about, I'd say, 70% Dennis supporters in here. We've got the Mexborough Mafia, the Doncaster Heavy Mob, a lot of Yorkshire support here, but then
80.
Butler not getting very much fortune there with the third dart, and you can ill afford to lose a third of your scoring power when you're in a World Matchplay final and the score is as close as this. It really is developing into a classic. Priestley coming out looking for an old friend to help him out here, treble 19. Thank you very much, he says.
81.
Let's just have a look again at the bounce out there. It looks as though Butler's dart hits the darts that were already in this. They did split them straight up the middle. Sid, who needs William Tell? Well,
180.
well, he had misfortune in his previous throw, but Butler really repairing the damage there.
important darts here for Dennis then. Oh, he hasn't pressured the shot. Butler should be favourite to take this leg, because
78.
Dennis has not dished out the pressure necessary, although the American not to have finished yet.
Butler will be looking to leave himself tidily placed with his next throw.
105.
He has got to keep on the devil's tail with about 100 weight of salt. He needs any amount of 60s here, because that's a 2-darter for Butler. The American, when he comes to the hockey, will probably go 60 for double
96.
8.
Larry requires 76.
To get that little cushion of 2 legs ahead. He wants 60. He wants 16, and then tops. Wrong bait.
38.
Well, big chance here, but it's a very big shot, Dave.
Dennis will require 154.
Treble 20, treble 18, and then double top. And look how close that dart was from Butler, but now it is Priestley's turn to steal the leg. He needs 154, and he is not going to get it.
58. Larry, you require 38.
And Butler wants double 19, and he may opt out. He may play a percentage shot here. He's gone for double 19, and he's hit it. And top or bottom, they hold no fears for this American. The pros don't like this double. It's right at the bottom of the board. If you're inside the wire, you can leave yourself awkwardly, but he hit that 38 double 19, and they Priestley trails again by 2 legs.
And as they say down at Battery Parkway in New York, this guy's mind is on the money, and the honour, and the achievement has to be said. Dave's dead right. The American, as we say, hitting everything.
And this is a really beautiful maximum at the start of this leg. There was room for perhaps another 3 or maybe even 6 starts in the treble, and it's a maximum at the start of a leg. If he hits another one, Sid, the world will start to shake. There's another treble.
There's a hush. Falls in the hole.
Well, a reminder that a 9-darter, and it would really be miraculous if it happened in this kind of tension, would walk away with a new Proton car. But Dennis Priestley kicking with a maximum. Butler's coming right back at him here.
180.
And you have to say that is outstanding. The man just rides a punch so well, Sid.
Absolutely. Ton 80 in it. Ton 40. So this is a dynamite leg by Butler. Dennis under the cosh. Each set of 3 dots.
82.
Some wonderful placards out there, but it's a nail-biting leg. The scoring has been phenomenal.
A lot of people thought the eagle here would be stranded, including me.
Well, then Dennis Priestley on 139, a variety of options. May well go for treble 30, but it looks like he's going for the treble 20 first, and he has made rather a mess of it, whatever was in his mind. Now treble 18, he's hit treble 20. Has the
79.
single.
Larry, you require 82.
Couple of options here, maybe treble 14 or the bull. He can go where he likes, but it would put him 3 ahead. He wants 17. 20 for a 3-leg lead. Topsy wants. Pulls badly,
62.
inch away. And final time for the Yorkie.
60.
First to get 16 legs is the winner, and this is to Dennis to pull back 1 and make the margin only 1. Got to be composed between the 60 and the double 20 wire. He wants it bang in the middle first dart. In the big 20, he'll go for the left-hand end of tops. He's still got almost a whole bed to aim at tops. A vital time in the game.
Yeah,
So Priestley with that double top. He didn't go where I thought he would. He planted it in the blocked end. Just watch where this goes.
24th leg, Larry to throw.
It goes in the blocked end. A brilliant shot. It's
Game on,
12 to
please.
Butler, 11 to Dennis.
Well, Butler refuses to be fazed by these repeated comebacks from Dennis Priestley. Looks around there, you
82.
see, straight back in. He was in a little bit of trouble with his first 2 darts, came down for 19s, did the repair work. The coverage shot now, Priestley will be looking to really kick with a ton plus to haul back in and square up the match at 12-12.
And I reckon, Dave, he has to get 1 against the throw. He's got to put
59.
that kind of pressure in.
Well, he certainly has got to get 1 against the throw, Sid, and of course Butler did have the throw here. Look at the figures there, and look at those averages, my word, way up into the 90s.
60.
Priestley hasn't had this much of a battle for a long time, certainly not on television. He really has his talents and temperament thoroughly examined here. Great stuff.
100.
And as I think Dave mentioned, or John Gwynn, there's a tradition in finals sometimes of this class of the lads having left some of their darts earlier in the week, but this is tight and tense as we thought. Well, I thought that Dennis might win 16-8, take it all back. Well, I bet she didn't get O-level spelling.
Well, this guy's got a degree in scoring, and he needs that degree, and what a degree.
140.
And let's just have a look at the way that has affected the scoring. You can see Priestley is edged now 62 in front, but not for very long. Butler back in front.
100.
Butler has a shot in his sights next throw. Dennis Priestley on 202.
Larry require 164.
Well, if he were to hit this, it would be a blow right below the belt for Dennis Priestley. He's got a single, so he just must tidy up.
Dennis, you require 102.
So can Priestley get himself back on terms? 102. Watch out for the ball as part of his combination. 102. That's treble 5. It's got to come out. Should perhaps come for that was for treble 17, and that was a mile away. Tidies up.
62.
Treble 15. This leaves Dennis Priestley double top, but he may not get there because Butler wants 68. Now 48. Single 16 will leave the double. He's got the 8. Double top.
Yes, game shot. And a 24th leg, Larry Butler.
And you have to say, Sid, that Dennis Priestley would just have a look at Larry Butler first. This is this guy's real talent. He can pick out these doubles with his last dart like picking cherries.
Absolutely. Larry's no lamb, but he's given Dennis the chop at the moment. And it's first to 16 legs, and you've got to be too clear. He did in his previous match show a little aggro at his own performance. He has been meditating, and I think it might have solved the urge 85. To rush to let the last opportunity go too quick.
It's a chillingly calculating performance, and Dennis Priestley really now is 3 legs away from defeat, and who would have thought that? That's the magic of this game. There are guys coming through. And Dennis with that cover shot using that treble 18.
92.
Again, hauling himself out of trouble. Butler. Needs a ton 40, ton 80 to turn this leg and really get a grip. Priestley, if he's going to get his hands around the throat, has got to produce a big score, Sid.
Yeah, if he to get his hands around the throat of this leg, he has got to hang on to the American's coattails, which means ton 40s in his scoring and first or second dart in his doubles.
Terrific colour shooting. Really cool. Just look at these shots at that treble 19. Quite outstanding.
23.
Well, all the trebles, and that really is the first sign that Butler may be feeling the heat in the kitchen.
Because there's no doubt the kettle's on the hob, and boiling point ain't far off. Dennis, 11 legs. Larry Butler, 13.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Stayed there.
140. 60. Dennis, you require 75.
And treble 17 should be the first start. Might be 25 ball, but at this stage of the game, that would be taking maybe just too much of a risk. Now, a single 18 would leave him double top. You know what he wants now.
35.
Again, it's too far away for Dennis Priestley to have any satisfaction. Butler, though, on 233, unable to finish here, so Dennis knows that he will have another
100.
shot to make it 12-13.
Dennis, you require 40.
He simply can't afford to give anything away from here on in. Double top. We'll regard that as a marker. We'll regard that as another marker.
20. Now you require 133.
And that Butler could come from a long, long way back, and this would really put the cat among the pigeons. It's not on now. He's missed the treble. Coming out.
59.
And Priestley, who has missed darts at doubles here,
20.
simply can't afford to be careless again. That's the number. There is the number. His eyes are on the target. There is the target. Now double 5. He may opt a different way. He has. Now double 4.
16.
Well, that was very brave, Sid.
Very brave, but you're dead right. He has to take chances like that to form this lad's in.
Now 32, double 16, and Butler had no right to be in this position. Will he capitalise? Now double 8. Important dart, this one.
58.
Dennis Priestley, his wife, his family, his fans have been dying a thousand deaths right there. That was the shot that missed for Butler. Dennis Priestley walks to the line like a Western gunfighter. That's the number he wants now. Again, that's the target. Again, a marker. The tension is absolutely touchable. Remarkable.
Larry requires 16.
Look how close he was, but was that the moment when this championship was won and lost? If Butler steps in here now, he is only 2 legs away from the title. The wire you saw moved. Well, now how much of the target has he left to aim at? Not much. He squeezed it in! Squeezed it in! And these really are breathtaking pictures, Sid Waddell.
Absolutely, yeah, they used the 2. The bed could have been blocked, and he blasted it in through.
Dennis Priestley under pressure like I've never seen him before.
Well, I disagree with you, John. I mean, in the World Championship at Purfleet this year, I could have beat Dennis, and he was under pressure, but obviously I missed a few doubles. Dennis is great, but Larry Butler's been the player of the week.
There we are, back to commentary. Dave Lanning, Sid Waddell.
Well, player of the week, maybe. And the question is echoing around the hall, will the meditator become the Terminator?
And Butler it is with the first starts here. Just needs to find the final burst here, and he will be the World Matchplay champion. Dennis Priestley, we noted, Sid, was out very early during that break, having some practice starts there. That must indicate he really knows he has got to find the magic touch in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Certainly is, because 16 legs, and you've won the £10,000 and the trophy.
Well, Butler has looked good throughout the week, we have to say. He's had 1 or 2 patches where his form has just slipped slightly. But from the moment in his first match when he almost gave Sky Television their first minimum 9-dart 501, he's always looked, as we said, a dark horse. He's not a dark horse now. He's a white charger.
Clippity clopping along at the moment. And Dennis might as well be tied to the railway lines. He's really got to get out of the ropes, out of jail, and back on track. I said at the start of this match that Dennis generally had a 3 or 4 dodgy legs at the start sometimes, and then got better. He's been more patchy than his normal performance. He's got to get the act together very quick.
And we saw in those earlier matches, Sid, that he started like a steam train, slid slightly, and then came roaring back down the line. But he needs to find the second piece of bread in that sandwich now.
So a chance here then, as Dennis trails in the leg.
And he's struggling. He is struggling. There's his score. You can see 260s and 161 for Butler, and this would really, really, really hit hard for Priestley if he can manage it now. Treble 17 for the bullseye. Come back up. Well, he's come for treble 16. 84. And Priestley is nowhere in sight and in real trouble. If ever a man needed a maximum or a ton 40, it is at this moment. There is the start of a big score. And what started so promisingly rather dwindled away. Now then, 68 for Larry Butler to be just 1 leg away from the title. Double 4. Deadly. Deadly.
And a 26th leg, Larry Butler.
40-dart leg at a time when Dennis could have done without this kind of punishment. Could be 1 leg away now from the title, the American.
And Priestley now in the unexpected position of throwing to stay alive in the Proton Cars World Matchplay. Well, if you're tuning in for golf, you can see there, you follow this match. Butler, his heart must be pounding. His pulses must be racing.
And mentioning golf, Dennis's swing hasn't been hitting as he would have wanted to in this. We've seen him in great form other times this week, hitting every part of the board. The doubles, the bull, the combination shots, 130 up to 140. But he's been patchy here.
100.
And he's really having to grit his teeth to stay in front. He has opened up a lead here, but if Butler responds as he so frequently does with a ton 80, ton 40, and it looks like he just might do that.
140.
No relaxation, no respite for Priestley. It's only 14 ahead, and these. And those faces tell the story. Are we on the verge of a sensational result?
Yes, the lads smack out a gob there at ringside. The pros who said, same as me and Anderson, that we thought Priestley would do it about 16-8. Well, paper pundits, we all turned out to be in this one.
Another treble would be awfully useful.
140.
Leaves Dennis 66 to retrieve one leg. And look at that anxiety on Jenny Priestley's face. Does she
59.
sense Armageddon?
Dennis requires 66.
Well, she screams at Dennis. Might need more than screaming.
So 66 for Priestley to buy time. That looks like... Well, it's difficult to see what that is. It's either a 9 or a 12. We'll pick it up now. Now, double top for Dennis Priestley. And this is hypercritical.
26.
That was never close enough. Larry Butler languishing on 201, so we'll come out.
44. Dennis requires 40.
He's got to kill this one. That's the number he needs to stay in. And that's the double. We're going right in it, and you join the dart as it hit the target, and Dennis Priestley breathed again.
There's Jenny on her feet. There's the pros. Dennis's pals. And that'll make that glassy look in his eye. Maybe crystal clear a bit.
The 28th leg, Larry to throw first. Game on, please.
Larry Butler looking at the greatest leg in his life. He just needs this one with the throw
140.
to win the Proton Cars World Matchplay and the £10,000 first prize.
He was worried when I spoke to him 10 days ago about his doubles. He got here Sunday, Monday he started playing. He showed Commander most bits of the board.
That's all he needs. That is all he needs at this stage of a match. Just look at this again in replay. Calamitous. Well, he's lost his flight, but the point's in the important place.
100.
He said he was going to spend last night meditating on his game.
The way things are going, Sid, he's going to be dreaming about it for the rest of his life.
Absolutely, son. He's some dart player, is the American. We all know that.
95.
And we're in a leg that could decide the 1994 World Matchplay Championship. And this is the lad at the moment looking the favourite.
Well, you certainly wouldn't get odds on Priestley recovering from this.
80.
And we have to say, Sid, what difference this result might make to American darts. It will give it a terrific boost. Terrific.
Yeah, they played the Samson Classic. The Americans did well. Ditley Umberger and Sean Downs. And here's a third American in the final. And looking, as Dave said, the man to put the bread on.
100.
Butler cannot finish here, but he'll be looking to leave himself a favourite final kill.
81.
So Dennis Priestley must know he is chasing rainbows. He wants 226, and Butler, when he throws, needs just 100 to take the crown. Priestley, bless his heart, is still in there battling right to the end.
Takes the pasty from the oven at just the right time. Pressure darts from Dennis, but is it in time?
So here is Larry Butler on 100. He now needs 80.
60.
And that could let Priestley back in here. Priestley needs 46.
46.
32 remaining, double 16 to save the day. He knows where it is.
30.
But the dart goes astray. Larry Butler for the America, for the crown. Sid Waddell, call him in.
Yes, Yes, it's been a game that went truly the opposite of what I thought. The American for the title once tops. That's a good one. Open bed and a bumper in, maybe. Yes! Larry Butler upsets the bumper and the pros and the experts. And down it comes. Snow in Blackpool in August. Larry Butler gives Dennis a pasting. What a game! Dennis got back into it, but the American has won the title 16-12.
And in a starburst of stardust, the title goes across the Atlantic. Larry Butler, from the moment we saw him nearly doing that 9-dart finish, and now Larry Butler enjoys the greatest moment of his darts career.
Springsteen has calmed the boss on the pop scene. He came to Blackpool, so people didn't know much about Butler. He's been the boss this